Hello, Sarah Voronov here, sharing with you my Rebirthing Breathwork Mastery practitioner training. I am at session 21, so we had a bit of a break 2 weeks because of school holidays here. And in that time, I've decided that I'm going to be launching a program, a group kinesiology program, and it brought up a lot of emotions in me in this last sort of weekend where I hadn't noticed until I started my intention talk with my facilitator that I'd been creating a lot of pressure, really, to kind of follow this certain strategy to get things right. And also, like, I'm such an emotional person. I was in this group call and we were all just there to share how we got into breathwork and our story. And I started immediately feeling very teary. And so when that happens, when situations bring up, kind of big emotions that seemingly shouldn't, well, they don't kind of correlate, there's generally something underneath the surface. So that was happening. And then also, because I do all my breathwork sessions online for my practitioner training, my speakers for my laptop just weren't working. I couldn't hear the audio, and then I had to use my phone, and then I was getting upset because I had given my laptop to my husband to use. And anyway, all of that was coming into my process because I was like, why am I getting upset over this? And this, what I realized, I was trying to get everything right. So I hadn't realized until I started talking about my process that I've been trying to get everything right in life, in my business, in, the way that I'm a parent, the way that I do things, the way that I'm showing up in this business group call that I was in. I'm always making sure that I'm prepared. I've got all my questions and things. So that was kind of the theme. And then even, I've got my book here, I was, sometimes in breathwork, I've always liked to have like a really good intention. It's all written nicely and get the words correct. And that was also, again, coming in as part of my process because as I was talking to my facilitator, this was a smaller group. She just had written some words. And so because I felt messy inside, I didn't come with like something super clear. And then it changed. And then instead of me wanting to get it right and like write a really good intention, I sat with like, okay, I just have the words. I just have what's there and the feel of it, and for that to be okay. So really, at the start of my breathwork session, I had a lot of tightness in my throat and in my chest, and I was sitting with all those feelings. Breathing, going into it, I had just seen everywhere in my life where I've been trying to get things right. And then I saw this path where it's like, okay, this was the right path, this is the wrong path, and then this is the path. Really, there's only a path. There is no right or wrong, there's only a path. There is no right steps or wrong steps, there's only steps. There's only steps. And they could be up, they could be down, they could be side, they could be anywhere. It could be upside down, looping around. They're just steps. Doesn't mean anything. And what came out of that was that also everything is a dance. We're actually in a dance with the universe. If you're in a business, you're in a dance with your own business, because there are no, like, again, right moves. You just, like, if you like to dance, if you hear music, you may naturally, depending on the song, you may want to move, and you're like, oh, I don't want to move like this, I want to move like that. And then the music changes, and maybe your dance moves change according to the music that's playing, because if the tempo is really fast or if it's slow, it's going to affect how you move. And I saw that life and business is just feeling into what is the next right move for you. It's just like, I want to move this way, I want to move that way. And so you don't have to get stuck on having everything prepared, having all the steps worked out. If you just feel into the next move for yourself. And like all of that just helped to relax my throat. And then I also saw it's like, we're all going to dance differently to the song. So let's say like there's a song, abundant song, you know, playing. You might be like, you know, with the beat and the tempo, you'd be like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And someone else might feel like really flowy, and someone else might be a bit more like robotic. We're all going to dance differently to the music that's playing, because everything's going to feel differently for us. And then also it depends on what is the, you know, let's say that abundance, you might have that abundance song playing, but if you've got the soundtrack of I'm Not Worthy in the background, that's going to it's going to inform the moves that you do. So it's really important to figure out what are you actually tuned into, and allowing those moves to change. And also the other thing that I wanted to share is that you might, you know, when anyone's ever sharing, like even me sharing my process, this is me just sharing my dance and my dance moves. Anyone, anywhere is only ever sharing their dance moves, their song that they're playing, and it's going to be different. You can't follow other people's steps feeling like you're going to get the exact same outcome, because they can share the steps that they did, but you might move through those steps differently. They may feel differently for you. You may feel like, I want to move through this really fast. I want to move through this really slow. I want to add a shimmy to this dance move. It's all going to feel differently. And if you just follow what feels right for you, it will be the best thing for you. Like, it's all different. I hope I'm making sense. So yeah, I don't know. That just feels very true for me. This is my dance moves, my dance song. And I guess the message here that feels true for me that I want to share is that be mindful of what you're tuned into, what songs are playing, what beliefs, behaviors, patterns are going on, what are you tuned into, what song is playing. And if you're in business, if you're a facilitator, if you're in work or anything like that, you have to tune into the group energy and see like how's everyone dancing to the song, to the information, to your offer that you're giving out, because that will affect, because some people have got, you know, headphones on and they're playing a different tune even though you're blasting a song on the speakers. So that was my breathe. I feel so good, so more relaxed in my throat and everything. And thank you for allowing me the space to share. If you have any questions, if you resonate with this, let me know. I'd love to hear. Mwah. Bye.